Well, looks like we're going live again. Again and again and again. All major platforms are working. We got YouTube, D Live, Twitch is live, Facebook is live. So yeah, we're just gonna wait a little bit in order for people to start joining. Feel free to type a comment in the comment section. Let me know that you are watching. Let me know that you're live, that you joined in, and then we can start diving into the meat and potatoes of the whole story. This is not hot cocoa, this is coffee. Because we drink coffee because we want to stay awake and we want to ride the whole thing as well as possible, right? Now, yeah, I do have a lot of stuff to talk about, especially now over the weekends. There has been a very exciting week last week. So yeah, now of course we're wondering what's gonna happen. How is this gonna play out? Are we gonna see more upside? Are we gonna see more downside? And this is what we're gonna discuss in the entire stream over the entire duration. Now, let me have a look at the different platforms. And if this is okay with you guys, I'm going to hit the record button and then we will start streaming. Let me just type something in the chat so that people who join in later know what to do. All right, there we go. I think we're ready. Let's hit the record button and let's dive in to the exciting part of the whole thing, right? Let's start recording and the monkey flips the switch. Well, hello guys, welcome back. Hope you're doing great. Today is a beautiful day outside. It's weekend. We just had this amazing week, bringing us all the way to a new high on the macro picture. Now, of course, is the question, where are we gonna go from there? Yesterday, we already talked about a little bit of a formation that is starting to show. We did have to adjust the levels a little bit, but all in all, the formation is still holding, it's still standing. And yeah, the plan is actually still a valid plan. Now, what were we talking about yesterday? Yesterday we were stuck in this little part here, and like I said, it showed a little bit like like a downward channel being forming. I had it set a little more like this, but we did had a little bit of a spike outside of the channel. So what did I do? I just grabbed the line without moving it at all. I kept the same parallel settings, and basically those two highs actually correspond very well. Now in hindsight, it's very easy to say like, yeah, you should have done this or you should have done that. Hey Oyunla, how are you doing? Thank you for joining. Well, what did happen is I had to readjust the level a little bit, but without changing the angle of the trend line. So basically, yeah, we did break out a little bit, but maybe just because in the beginning of a building formation, sometimes yeah you're a little premature calling it. So like I say a lot, if the plan changes, you must adapt. Okay, don't stay well. Don't force yourself into sticking to one idea and writing it out. It's important to be flexible in this game. It's important to be nimble and quick on your feet to react. And this is why, of course, I never ever like to shout targets, say this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, because it's impossible. It's a game of probabilities, like I keep reminding people as much as possible. And what we do is we look at all the different scenarios that are presenting themselves, and then one by one, as time progresses, we start eliminating the ones that are not valuable, and this is going to narrow in to the right position. Sometimes if you jumped the gun a little bit premature, you took a position a little bit too early, it's okay to accept a loss. No trader is ever going to trade without bad trades. It just happens. It's part of all the things that we do here. There's a lot of possibilities, and sometimes it just happens to be wrong. The important thing is knowing when to see it, accept it, changing your plan, adapting, and then getting ready for the next position, so you can keep going from there, right? Now, here, where are we right now? For me, in my opinion, the downward channel is still valid. It's still a very, very possible scenario, especially because we already had 3 touches here. But another one that I'm starting to see is actually something more like this. And I'm going to give this another color so that we can keep those apart. And maybe I'm even gonna make this a dotted line, because this is just a little bit of a brain fart. It's just something that could possibly maybe be in the cards, but on the larger scale, I'm still leaning a little bit more towards the downward channel. Why? Number one, this is a weekend. Hello, AZ, how are you doing? Hello. Oh, you're Turkish. Well, hi. Pleased to meet you, and thank you for joining my stream. I'm really happy to have you here. Like I said, like I keep saying, if you have any questions, do not hesitate. I will take my time to explain or to go over the technicals or the details, because sometimes I'm just I'm just talking out of my head, and I really like this to be a back and forth. Oh Jesus, yeah, I don't speak Turkish. This might be a problem. But yeah, maybe use Google Translator or so. Do you understand me? I hope you do understand what I'm saying. I'm trying to speak as clearly as possible. Yeah. Well, good luck. Good luck on the stream. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I don't understand a lot here. Yeah, cool. Yeah. Also, I think if you look at the replay on YouTube, you can activate the closed captions, and this is maybe you can get some translation from there. It's going to be Google Translation, but I think it usually works pretty well. All right. Oh my God. Yeah. Okay, so why did I draw this dotted line? Just because, you know, it's also a valid possibility. Like I say, we try to keep our eyes open and we try to think about as many scenarios as possible without, of course, overclogging our chart. You know, if you start making too many of these lines, then eventually it starts to become a mess. Yeah, sometimes you will see me remove lines. Sometimes I wait a little bit too long for this, but yeah, you know, let's just do it a little bit to keep it a little more clean. Well, this dotted line here. Yeah, this is gonna be terrible. Anyway, thank you for joining. Yeah, keep the chat alive. Keep the chat alive. Um, well, the dotted line is a possibility. Why do I think it's not? It's more likely to fail because we are in the weekend, and during the weekend we have very low volume, and in order to break out, to really see a breakout to the upside, I think it's more healthy if there is more volume in play. Of course, this doesn't mean that it cannot happen, and this is why, you know, I wanted to just mark this off. What box are you talking about, Karam? What box are you talking about? So, like I said, yeah, obviously, I'm pretty popular in Turkey. It's very nice to see. You know, I never expected to reach this far. I'm sitting in Belgium. We do have a big Turkish community, but I know that Bitcoin has been very popular in the Turkish community just because of the ease of use. It's very easy to send money over to your relatives and back. So yeah, it's these use cases that started to get the first attention on Bitcoin. Yeah. All right. So, like I said, low volume during the weekend. We could see another swipe to the upside. Maybe even if we break out a touch of the 16,000 line, I'm even going to draw this a little bit lower now because we had our double top here. This is a confirmed resistance area. So yeah, maybe we could see a touch to the upside, and then maybe a push back down. All this is possible. So this is why I try to set up as many scenarios as possible. Of course, what is going to indicate that we are not following this line? Actually, very easy. A break of the line as soon as we start closing candles below this. We clearly have to accept that this line is not valid anymore, and then we can just remove it. Yeah. Now, for the upside and the downside, there are still two ways that this could play out. Number one, it's very possible that right here on this node, we are going to start seeing some more resistance coming in and pushing the price back down. Now, following this channel is really good. Oh, guys, you guys are talking a lot. But it's okay. It's okay. It's really cool. The more you guys talk, the more there's a what's it called? There's a treasure chest being filled up, and you know, as soon as the treasure chest is full, I will use it to give something back to the community. So yeah, go ahead, have a chat, talk around. It's really, really cool. Yeah. All right. So, like I said, breaking down under this dotted trend line is not a problem. All that means is that we are going to see some more ranging over the weekend. Of course, the first area of interest where we are going to touch is the red line here, which is the first node of volume that we encounter. If we look at the RSI, we do see actually that the RSI has been recovering and cooling down quite a bit. So this is a good thing, because what we want to see to get a stronger reaction to the upside is at least a bullish divergence or a bullish signal coming from either one of those low areas, either this one or this one. Okay, I am not going to talk about this one because this is actually the same, or more or less the same level as here. And you know, I think to be breaking this one, we really are going to have to retest the whole low area of this. So once we get this low, I don't think that a strong reaction to the upside is going to happen anymore. Thank you for following me, Karem. Thank you for following me, AZ. I really, really appreciate this. Thank you, thank you. So, best case scenario, in my opinion, what I would like to see is a retest here, a test of this area, then trend a little bit, and eventually break back out. This would be, in my opinion, my dream scenario. This is what I would really, really love to see. Now, what else is possible? Because this is a weekend, sometimes we see a lot of crazy things happen. Sometimes what could happen is that we retest here, get some rejection from this area, and then break even a little bit further, do one of these. What, in my opinion, would also not be a bad thing, because soon we're gonna do the calculations on the RSI calculator, and we are going to see where price should be coming down to in order for us to have a strong or even a stronger bullish signal popping up. There we go. All right, so like I said, let's start doing some calculations, and let's see how far we want to see the price come down in order to get a very strong signal. And let's also talk about where we really, really, really don't want to see price anymore. But for now, like I said, like in this whole formation, I don't think a real downtrend, a real breakdown to the lower areas here is in the cards anymore. Honestly, I think there's a lot more chance for the upside than there are chances to the downside. Really, the low downside. Yeah. So let's keep on going. First of all, this area here, and this is the 1 hour chart. Okay, remember, this is the 1 hour chart. This is only going to predict some short-term ranges. After that, we are going to talk about some longer-term ranges, looking at the higher time frames. Okay, let's always go like this, from low time frame to higher time frame. I think this is the easier way to do it. So let's look first at this low here. If you like, I'm going to mark it off. This is this one and this one. So this low is sitting on an RSI level of 40.84. So let's crunch the numbers in Pig's reverse calculator. What did I say? 40.84. So 40.84. This is going to set us at 15,425. So basically, if we manage, like Yeah, we're almost there. We're almost there. Like 14, 15, 25 would be sitting at this area. And let's mark it off with a horizontal ray. You know, I don't use the horizontal rays enough. 14, 20. Yeah, let's do 1426. That's okay. So, closing on this level or below would already be a really, really strong signal, a really, really good signal if we manage to get a little bit below there. This would already give us a first bullish divergence on this level. Now here we want to go further for this one corresponding to this area. We want to see RSI drop below 33.23. So 33.23 would give us 15,300. So 15,300 is more or less here. So still within the range of the box, right? Keep that in mind. You know what? Let's do like this. 20 down, 300, and you know, let's make it accurate as possible. There we go. All right, so this one here, I'm also going to slide it up. Just like this. There we go. So breaking either one of those two lines and closing below would already initiate on a 1 hour time frame a nice reaction to the upside. On the other hand, and this is important to remember, I'm going to extend this line and this line. Let's go a little bit further down the timeline. Yeah. On the other hand, if we get a reaction to the upside, probably what is possible is that once we break out from the triangle, we could see at least a retest of this area as a support. And if it holds, we could easily start seeing more and more upside, because guess what? Even on the longer time frames, on the longer periods, right here, we are entering a very low volume area. This is going to initiate like such a strong reaction, because there's barely anything holding us back from here. The only things that can hold us back is, number one, people taking profit, which is very, very recommended. If you're in profit, think about taking your profit. Very important. Then on the other hand, there's also the older previous all-time high, which could start serving a little bit as an indication of where you want to start taking profit. So this is where other people who are going to take profit will be looking for. So let's zoom out a little bit. Let's go back in time to our all-time high, where we did see price go to 20,000. That was a very nice run. And let's start mapping this one out, because I think this one is going to start being much more relevant than all the rest that we've been seeing for now. So we do have 17,200, which is in the cards. You know what? I'm going to start using the rays a little bit more, so we can have a reference of where those lines are coming from. I think this could be really nice for us to get a better reference as to where we did base off of to draw these areas. So this one as well, you know what, I'm going to remove it. We're going to make another ray, and I think think this would be a valid one as well. On the downside, there could be some more support and resistance. Probably it's a little bit hard to tell. I'm guessing around here. Yeah. Think this could start to look valid. Now let's go back. Let's rearrange everything a little bit. There we go. All right. Now let's have a look at the higher time frames, if you will. Yeah, so let's look at the higher time frames right now, and let's try to build up from all the information that we gathered here. Like I said, on the downside, where do we want to see a bullish divergence forming? So as you can see for now on the 3-hour time frame, RSI is still way up there. This is why I don't think it would be a good thing to see the price just shoot up without prior indication. Oh snap, I need to put one horizontal line here at least. Oh no, not like this, not a ray. Horizontal line, there we go. Let's make it green, not dotted. There we go. Yeah, okay, cool. So yeah, on the 3-hour chart, that's where we are. We see that we did not form any kind of bullish signal here yet. On the 1-hour chart, yeah, probably it's already close enough to start seeing a little bit of support kicking in and helping us up. But on the 3-hour chart, we still are very high up there. It doesn't mean that that we can't stay up there for a long time, but if we do stay up here in the higher region, what's going to happen is something more like what we see here and what we see here. If we look at the price, we did see price pump up, very nice, and then we start ranging. All right, I'm sorry for the interruption, my apologies. I don't really know what happened. I hope this is not gonna happen again. But yeah, please forgive me if the internet gets interrupted. Kids are in the house and yeah, they all like to play on their Wi-Fi and their stuff. So maybe it's related with these things. So yeah, like I was saying, if we see RSI sticking up here in the higher regions, then what is going to happen is some more trending sideways. Now, is this a bad thing? No, it's not a bad thing at all, but this is why I would prefer to see price not just move up straight from here and get stuck in this area. I would really enjoy at least price coming down a little bit more, getting a strong signal, getting some people really buying in, and this is where we are going to see more highs, I think. So let's remove these. Oh, I'm so clumsy. Now this has been weeks now that I'm streaming and I'm using TradingView to broadcast my ideas, and still I keep messing up sometimes. All right, so yeah, where were we? Okay, the lows we want to see, very important ones. On the lower time frame, those are marked in white. I'm going to remove this line because it's just clogging up the situation. On the 1 hour time frame, these two being broken, beautiful. Now let's look at the 3 hour time frame and let's see which levels we need to break to get a bullish divergence from the 3 hour time frame. So here we are sitting at 51, and let's take this one, yeah, because that is the low, for 37.4. So 51 and 37.4. All right, let's do it. 51 gives us the magic number 15,164. Now, where does this correspond? This is more or less this area here. And you know what? Let's let's also make it a ray. This is going to be a lot easier, I think, because then we can reference to the previous day. Tomorrow we can look at these rays and we can see how far off we were, and then maybe reset and just go like this, because sometimes it's very easy in hindsight to say, oh, I said this, but this is not my intention. Okay, so the blue line, breaking the blue line, very nice for a 3 hour chart. Already a nice confirmation, a nice bullish signal coming from here. Now here 37.4, let's type this one, 37.4, and this will set us at 14,722. All right, so this is quite a bit lower. 14,722. Okay, let's do another ray. You know what? Let's call it 720, just to be a little bit easier to pronounce. Now, what does this show us? We do have a node sticking out here on this level. Hey, all right, Mr. Official, how are you doing? Thank you for joining. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Now, I'm going to make this one red, because you know what? The red lines, let's use the red lines to mark off the volume nodes. Now, what does this say? What do we expect from this? Basically, if price ranges down and eventually touches here this red line, we do have some strong support coming from this node, and this could hey, thank you very much, thank you. This support line could already correspond to a bullish signal coming from here and help us build up momentum and start going to new higher highs. So this in my opinion looks very, very promising. Okay, let's remove this. Now we do have this area where we want to close in, and let's look at this, the 4 hour time frame. This is going to be almost more or less the same read, but still, you know, for the sake of being thorough, I want to go over it as well. So we do have 39.4 and 50.6. So 50.6 is 15,000 area. So that's the red line. and $39.4, 39.4 is 14,500. This would be the green line here. Oh. Okay, so we start having our plan that is getting a little bit maybe clogged up a little, but we start seeing at least some more details popping up, which is a good thing. Oh yeah, here, let's make it red. All right, cool. So on the downside, what we don't want to see, same thing, is again seeing any of those lower areas here being broken. Maybe I'm okay. This is a thick line. This is a thick line. Very nice. This one, let's remove it. Let's. This one cannot be removed. Maybe we want to slide this down a little bit lower, like this. All right. Cool, we start to have a plan. Awesome. Now, important to keep your eyes on is here, the stochastics, the momentum oscillator. I did draw a little bit of a trend line here on this area, but as it turns out, I'm under the impression that it's not going to hold, that we are going to see the stochastic push a little more down and maybe snake down in the bearish control zone, which is actually going to confirm that that we are going to follow this channel a little bit more. Now, what just happened here, we do start to pierce a little bit through this this dotted trend line. So yeah, my hunch gets little by little confirmed that this one is not a shape that we are going to be respecting. So yeah, maybe in an hour or two I will remove this line for myself since it is not valid anymore. And then on the upside, what we don't want to see is the price just shooting up right here, because then I do think we are just going to keep trending a little bit longer. And then yeah, it all depends on how the RSI is getting exhausted to the upside or the downside for it to make its decision on the longer term. But yeah, I think already this is a lot of information. I hope this really helps you guys figuring out where to put your positions. In my opinion, as long as we don't break this red line, I do think we are going to get some really strong reactions still towards the upside for the future. If we start closing lower, we still can have some retests, and during the retests and the trending down here, we need to reevaluate as time goes on, but you know, nothing really to panic about. If we get some retests here, if by any chance we start making lower lows or breaking the red trend line here, then I would start getting more worried. If you're still in a long position, just close it, take the loss, and then let's reevaluate and go from there. All right, now let's close everything off by looking at the dollar. Now, yesterday I was expecting the dollar to try and make a little bit of a move to the upside. It didn't do that. What happened was actually much more of trending down lower, while actually on the 1 hour time frame we are starting to see bullish divergence over bullish divergence. You know, So here we are making lower lows, and here we are making higher lows. Let's have a look at the higher time frames. The 4-hour chart is well, the 4-hour chart kinda paints a different picture, because as it plays out now, I think on the 4-hour chart it looks more like we are going to have a retest of the blue box area and probably see a little more downsides, because this area and this area, they are about to break. So we are on a 16.7 and this is 18. Yeah, just a little bit more downside, and this is also a confirmed continuation signal. We have continuation, same thing. So yeah, for the dollar, I don't know if it's looking all that crazy good. Let's look at E-mini futures. The markets did close, they are closed, but still we want to see at how the week closed in order to see and to make some expectations. And what I think is that we are going to see a similar thing on E-mini futures as we are seeing on Bitcoin playing out. Maybe something like interesting. For now, this is the best I can come up with. Maybe let's zoom out a little bit. And it's not very it's not saying a lot. But yeah, RSI and price are showing continuation. We do still have this bullish divergence that is in play. But seeing how the stochastics are sitting way up there, yeah, maybe same thing. Maybe we would, maybe we will start forming a channel as well, but where do we draw the line? For now, it's still a little too early to predict these things. I think we need to wait it out and see. But oh, I think I see it. I think chances are that we are going to be ranging within these levels. That looks possible. That looks quite possible, because it's a nice range to be holding. So yeah, maybe Bitcoin is also going to keep ranging a little bit longer. But yeah, this is the weekly close. So we're closed over the weekends. Bitcoin is still open, is still trading. So yeah, let's look at the S&P. S&P also looks like it's starting to do the same thing as Bitcoin. Maybe something like this. Yeah, I think this is actually looking like a possibility. So same thing goes for both S&P, E-mini futures, and Bitcoin. They start to show kind of sort of the same trend emerging. We're going to remove this one. There we go. And then, yeah, I will leave it for now. I will see you guys tomorrow, same time, same channel, 12:30 UTC or 13:30 Central European time. This is where I'm living. I wish you guys the best of the best. I thank you for joining me. I thank you for watching. I thank the whole Turkish community for being such a supporter. And if you want to support my channel, if you like what I'm doing and you want to give me a little kickback, please remember I'm a big ByBit supporter. It's a crazy cool exchange. They exchange derivatives. Bitcoin derivatives, and they also have a few other tokens, but not too many, only the larger cap coins. It makes so that we have a crazy cool community. The chat is not a troll box. You can actually have some decent conversations there. And did I say that you can support my channel just by using my affiliate link that you can find on wolvesofbybit.com. Just go to the website, scroll down. There's a sign up to ByBit button. Click it. You can sign up, then send me an email using the same email that you used for ByBit, and I will give you an invite to my Discord channel where you can reach me 24/7, ask all sorts of questions, show me your strategies, maybe talk about it, maybe talk about the failures, the good trades, the bad trades, so we can learn from each other. And I think this would open a really cool community that I'm hoping to grow. Also, joining ByBit using my affiliate link gives you some crazy cool bonuses. There's no strings attached. It doesn't cost you a thing. And if you don't like it, then just run with the bonus and never think back. Okay, it's not a big deal. But anyway, I will thank you for this. I will thank you in advance. I will wish you the best of trades, the best of days. Have a happy weekend. And I will talk to you tomorrow, same time, same channel.